Let's discover the 19 practical frugal living tips inspired by Warren Buffett that helped Max break free from debts and transform him into one of the best savers out there. Make sure to watch till the end to achieve financial freedom, just like Max did. Let's start with Frugal Living Tip number 1. Discover free activities. Say hi to Max, a 50-year-old man who once lived a life of reckless spending and debt. Max's biggest mistake was his careless approach to spending money. He indulged in extravagant expenses, particularly on fancy parties, without considering the long-term consequences on his finances. This reckless behavior led him to accumulate debt, putting a heavy burden on his shoulders. Instead of being mindful of his expenditures and seeking ways to save money, Max lived a lavish lifestyle that was not sustainable. His lack of financial discipline and failure to prioritize his spending left him struggling to manage his debts and achieve any significant savings. Max's inability to curb his extravagant tendencies hindered his progress toward financial stability and limited his opportunities to build wealth. Max's journey to financial freedom began when he realized the burden of his reckless spending and debt. Determined to turn things around, he took inspiration from the legendary investor Warren Buffett, who advocated for a simple lifestyle. Max started by eliminating the allure of lavish parties, opting for more affordable and intimate celebrations. He understood that memorable moments were about the people and connections, not extravagance. Intrigued by the possibilities, Max went into the vast expanse of the internet. There he discovered a treasure trove of free activities and events, perfect for connecting with like-minded individuals. From online workshops to community gatherings, he found joy in meaningful experiences without straining his wallet. Frugal Living Tip number 2. Having a spending plan. Max's primary mistake was falling into a pattern of overspending and struggling with debt. Despite his efforts to manage his money, he couldn't break free from this cycle. He lacked a clear understanding of his financial situation and often spent more than he earned, leading to accumulating debt and financial stress. Max's lack of financial discipline and proper budgeting caused his financial troubles to persist, making it difficult for him to achieve stability and long-term financial goals. But one day, everything changed. While browsing the internet, he had an eye-opening realization. Financial data wasn't overwhelming. It was a tool to track and manage his budget effectively. Inspired, Max decided to treat his personal finances like running a business. Instead of chasing profit, he focused on savings and growth. Taking control, he meticulously tracked his monthly expenses and set a strict budget. Living by the principle of spending less than he earned, Max achieved newfound financial stability. Month by month, his savings grew and the burden of debt gradually lifted. Max's smart approach turned his financial life around, proving that with determination and a business-like mindset, anyone can find financial freedom and security. Frugal Living Tip number 3. Make use of your local library. Max's mistake was that he used to spend a significant amount of money at fancy bookstores, hoping to find the secret to success within the expensive books. He believed that purchasing these books would lead him to the path of prosperity. However, little did he know that there was a more cost-effective and efficient way to gain knowledge. Max's spending on books was an unnecessary drain on his finances. He could have invested that money elsewhere or saved it for future endeavors. But like many of us, he fell into the trap of thinking that success required spending money on expensive resources. One day, Max came across the ultimate secret, a hidden treasure called the library. Amazed by the vast knowledge available for free, he ditched the expensive bookstores. Instead, he embraced the library's endless wisdom without breaking the bank. With each borrowed book, Max's brain expanded, propelling him on a frugal journey to success. Now, Max shares his quirky, money-saving wisdom, inviting us all to join him in the world of knowledge, one library adventure at a time. Frugal Living Tip number 4. Thrift store shopping. Max would often splurge on unnecessary items, paying more than they were actually worth. He didn't think twice before making purchases, leading him down a path of financial struggle and debt. Fortunately, Max discovered the wonders of thrift stores, where he found amazing treasures at incredibly low prices. He became a smart shopper, picking out items in excellent condition for a fraction of their original cost. Embracing a frugal lifestyle, Max not only saved money, but also built a collection of valuable belongings. Just like Warren Buffett, Max learned to secure his finances while enjoying the thrill of finding great bargains. Thrift stores became his favorite places to shop, offering a safe and smart option for a cautious person like him. It shows that anyone can achieve financial success with a bit of smart thinking and a frugal mindset. Frugal living tip number 5. Credit cards should be avoided. Max's primary mistake was neglecting his debts while being enticed by fancy investments. He didn't pay enough attention to the exorbitant credit card interest rates of 18%. Instead of prioritizing debt repayment, he became preoccupied with other investment opportunities, oblivious to the mounting financial burden behind those high-interest debts. However, Max had an awakening. He realized that dealing with his debts was essential for his well-being. He decided to change his approach entirely. Max shifted his focus towards clearing his debts with all available funds. By tackling his outstanding balances, he found that the choice to become debt-free outweighed any gains promised by fancy investments. With a confident smirk, Max adapted a smart strategy. He opted for a combination of the avalanche and snowball method, which enabled him to efficiently pay off his debts one by one. This approach brought him a sense of financial control and stability. If you find yourself in a similar situation, follow Max's lead and don't wait to address your debts. Before we continue with the next frugal living tip on our list, make sure to hit that like, subscribe, and notification button to achieve financial independence, just like Max did. Let's move on to frugal living tip number 6. Say no to subscriptions. Max was drowning in subscriptions. Gyms, streaming, magazines. He had signed up for it all. But here's the twist. Max hardly used any of them. It's like buying a buffet and only eating a salad. What a waste! Max fell into the trap of subscribing to everything that caught his eye, without considering if he truly needed or used those services. He ended up wasting money on unused subscriptions, adding to his financial troubles. One day, Max had an awakening. He realized that he was part of the Subscription of the Month Club. Determined to turn things around, he decided to review all his subscriptions. If he didn't touch a service in 2 months, he said goodbye to it, saving himself some serious cash. His wallet was grateful for the change, and he felt smarter and more in control of his finances. Frugal living tip number 7. Having a safety net. Max's mistake was not having a financial safety net. He lacked savings to handle unforeseen emergencies and challenges, leaving him vulnerable to sudden hits. As life threw unexpected obstacles his way, he realized the urgency to change his ways and take control of his finances. To address his lack of financial safety, Max took proactive steps to secure his future. He recognized the need for a safety net and started building an emergency fund. Saving 3 to 6 months' worth of expenses gave him a financial cushion to weather sudden emergencies and unforeseen challenges. With this newfound financial preparedness, Max faced life's unexpected hurdles with confidence and stability, knowing he had a safety net to fall back on. Frugal living tip number 8. A meal plan. In his 30s, Max used to spend extravagantly on breakfast, unaware of its impact on his finances. How he solved it? One day, Max discovered a peculiar breakfast philosophy shared by the legendary Warren Buffett. Inspired, he opted for 2 sausage patties and a Coke, a budget-friendly and savvy choice. Max noticed how market conditions made his breakfast even cheaper, and he couldn't help but grin at the genius of it. Determined to save like a pro, Max started calculating his daily food costs and budgeting like a boss. With this quirky yet ingenious approach, Max managed to keep his wallet plump and his taste buds delighted. A true win-win scenario. Now Max embraces this frugal breakfast habit following in the footsteps of Warren Buffett and enjoys the delightful rewards it brings. Frugal living tip number 9. purchase high-quality items. Max's past was dotted with impulsive purchases, chasing after cheap deals that often left him disappointed. Buying low-quality shoes, for example, proved costly as he had to replace them frequently, draining his wallet over time. Inspired by Buffett's wisdom, Max altered his approach. He began seeking items of true value, opting for quality over quantity, especially when it came to shoes. Despite the initial higher cost, Max recognized the importance of investing in durable, joy-inducing shoes. This choice brought him long-lasting happiness, aligning with Buffett's belief in prioritizing lasting satisfaction over fleeting bargains. If Max and Buffett ever met, their shared philosophy would undoubtedly lead to a friendly high five. What could be worse than chasing after low-cost deals? It's failing to prioritize long-term growth. Future success hinges on sustained development. Unfortunately, our dear Max realized this truth far too late. Yet, the opportunity for change remains ever present. Come and let's discover the path Max chose to take. Frugal living tip number 10. Concentrate on the long term. In his earlier years, Max made a crucial mistake by prioritizing instant gratification over long-term financial planning. He spent impulsively, seeking quick fixes and immediate pleasures, while neglecting the importance of saving and investing for the future. This reckless approach led him down a path of financial insecurity and burden. However, inspired by the wisdom of Warren Buffett, he decided to change his ways. Max embraced a frugal lifestyle, focusing on prudent money management and nurturing his financial future like a well-tended garden. He became patient and disciplined, understanding that small sacrifices today could lead to bountiful rewards tomorrow. Max's newfound determination to live frugally allowed him to build a secure financial foundation and set himself on a path to a brighter and more secure future. Frugal living tip number 11. Eating out at the appropriate times. Imagine a restaurant with its ups and downs. Busy hours mean full-priced food. Yawn. But Max, oh Max, he's got it all figured out. Back in his youthful days, he worked at a bakery where they had a sneaky trick. Just before closing, they'd offer 2-for-1 deals on all bread. Smart move, right? So, follow Max's lead, adjust your dining time, and voila! You'll be relishing a scrumptious meal at a fraction of the cost. Now that's what I call a savvy diner. Frugal living tip number 12. Meals without meat. Max loves a good meal, but also wants to save some cash. Like, who doesn't? Cutting down on meat not only tickles his taste buds, but also gives his wallet a break. Now, you might think following Warren Buffett's frugal ways is tough, but Max has a secret stash of books that can help. Atomic Habits, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, The Richest Man in Babylon, and What Happened to You are his go-to reads for nailing those financial goals. Trust Max, even small changes can mean big bucks in the bank. Finding this video useful? If yes, make sure to like the video and subscribe to Investing 101 for more stories, tips, and tricks to achieve financial freedom and success. And don't forget to turn on notifications so that you never miss an update. Moving on to Frugal Living tip number 13. Begin a new hobby. Max missed out on the wonders of hobbies. He didn't realize the potential of pocket-friendly hobbies that could save money and bring joy during leisure time. He failed to see how hobbies could also be investments in himself, with the possibility of turning them into a source of income. However, Max's perspective changed after he learned from Warren Buffett. He wholeheartedly pursued hobbies, recognizing their dual benefits. Not only did he enjoy affordable fun during his free time, but he also recognized the potential to turn his hobbies into profitable ventures. Max tapped into his vast potential and unleashed his passions, using hobbies as a launching pad for growth and fulfillment. By seizing opportunities, he let his hobbies become the key to a rewarding and prosperous life. Following Max's lead, anyone can find fulfillment and financial opportunities through their passions and hobbies. Frugal living tip number 14. Purchase generic. What did Max do wrong? Like many, he used to fall for fancy brands, splurging on expensive items. His wallet suffered, and he realized he needed a change. Max discovered a powerful weapon: generic versions. Instead of chasing labels, he opted for quality and savings. Following Warren Buffett's suit, Max's clothes stood the test of time. He laughed his way to the bank, saving bundles of cash. Max's life transformed as he embraced the generics. Happiness wasn't found in flashy labels, but in wise choices. Now he lives life on his own terms, a frugality guru, inspiring others to unlock a wealthier and wiser version of themselves. Frugal living tip number 15. When you have the opportunity to invest, do so. In the past, Max made the mistake of overcomplicating his investments, spending hours on research with uncertain results. However, inspired by Warren Buffett, he learned the power of low-cost index funds. Embracing simplicity, Max shifted to these funds, experiencing a smooth 10% yearly growth. It became so easy that even his cat could invest. With low risks and high returns, it's the perfect choice for anyone seeking effortless and fruitful money growth. It is literally a game to become wealthy. Knowledge, strategy, patience, and discipline are all required. Improve your skills. If you want to master all of these techniques, make sure to hit that subscribe button to stay updated with Investing 101, because opportunities don't come cheap. Let's continue with Frugal living tip number 16. Downsize your living space. Max may have missed out on the opportunity to capitalize on the soaring property prices as he chose to stay in the same house he bought back in 1997. While property values skyrocketed, Max's house remained a relatively modest and cozy space. Instead of getting enticed by larger and more expensive properties, Max embraced frugality and found contentment in his comfortable home. He saw no need for a mansion when his current space provided everything his family needed for over 25 years. Max's decision to stay proved to be a wise and fulfilling move. His story serves as a reminder that a frugal choice can lead to long-term satisfaction and financial security. Frugal living tip number 17. Make your savings automatic. Max used to follow the traditional method of saving, which meant spending first and saving whatever was left. This approach often led to insufficient savings and financial struggles. Max discovered the secret to true wealth: prioritizing saving over spending. He now chuckles at those who don't understand this wisdom. Max changed his ways, making saving a top priority. He automated his savings, ensuring a portion of his income went directly into his savings before he could spend it. This simple yet effective method allowed his wealth to grow faster than he ever imagined. Now Max's journey serves as a reminder to others to follow his lead. By adopting Max's approach to savings, anyone can set themselves on the path to financial success and build a prosperous future. Frugal living tip number 18. Drive an old but dependable vehicle. Initially, Max made a mistake by being drawn to the allure of buying a new car, which is not a frugal choice. However, he learned from the wisdom of Warren Buffett, who preferred a used car for practical reasons. Realizing the value of making wise decisions, Max shifted his focus and opted for a practical used car that served his needs. By embracing frugality and avoiding unnecessary expenses, Max not only found contentment with his practical choice, but also improved his financial situation. Frugal living tip number 19. Rent out a space or a spare room. Max had an extra room gathering dust at home. But then he discovered the perfect solution: Airbnb. It became the easiest way for him to rent out his vacant room and turn it into a money-making machine. In the past, he might have twiddled his thumbs, waiting for fortune to knock on his door. However, he decided to take charge and maximize his home's potential. By listing his vacant room on Airbnb, Max watched the money roll in effortlessly. It was like having your own little gold mine right under your roof. Even you can rent your empty rooms by listing them on Airbnb and filling your pockets with some sweet green notes. If a normal 50-year-old man like Max can reach financial prosperity, so can you and I. A story of another middle-aged American man who used to be stuck in the nightmare, living paycheck to paycheck, is that of Harry. Discover in the next video the 5 important principles that will save you from going broke and what you should be doing instead.